Hello, I'm Wildberry on Front Row Live.
Hello, Wildberry. I'm super excited to be talking to you. Congratulations on this new release. And I really want to dive in and talk about this creative process of your album. This is a debut album, so it's a huge deal. Leading up to this, what was that? Those couple weeks as you were prepping to get this album to come out.
I was really excited to release this album. I've been prepared this album on this year after that. I feel like I'm ready right now.
When I listen to this record, your sound is very unique. It's not something that I've heard out there right now. So it's kind of nice to have something fresh, something new. For you, how did you discover this sound and what was it about this sound that you felt was you?
Actually, from my childhood, I used to love singing, and I remember singing for the church choir during my youth. And I also remember listening to Hans Zimmer and his Show in my early 20s. And that leads me dreaming to become a composer, which I majored in university. And I actually went to university in New York Oswego, and I got to listen to a lot of music that I haven't heard before. And from those music, I heard I was stuck into R&B, which lead me discovering my musical sound.
That's crazy. So that explains why you have this kind of soundscape kind of sound. Hans Zimmer is huge when it comes to that. So
It's
when it
really
comes Yeah, so when it comes to like listening to his music and getting inspired by it, it's more of a cinematic, theatrical kind of experience, right? So when you came in to create your music, how did you really start and create it?
actually at the first time I wanted to be a music director of movie or theater, but I decided to start compose to myself, and that's really natural feels to me. So I started to think like that.
Now, when it comes to the songwriting, how do you write this music? And then do you think about your vocal tones?
Oh, now that I'll just I imagine the mood and I usually sketch the melody first and then I write down the lyrics and I think about the vocal tone after when I start recording.
How did you go about as far as kind of discovering your sound, your voice? Because you have a very delicate voice, so I feel like it doesn't work with every single genre, right? So being able to kind of discover what worked great with your voice and your vocals, what was that like?
Thank you for the compliment. I try to sing as my normal talking voice, and I find that the most suitable vocal tone for myself. So I really didn't need to understand much about using it, and since it how I talk.
This is your vocal tone normally. So
Yeah.
when you're writing the lyrics,
Mhm.
do you already think about this vocal tone, or is it just a natural process for you when you're writing your music?
It's really natural process, I guess. I feel like it's some kind of mood sexy. I have to be more sensual tone. I wanted to make a really high tone, but my voice is mainly really high and delicate sounds.
Which I feel is also hard to control. So how did you learn to control your voice?
Um, I just really I practice a lot while I'm recording until it I feel completely satisfying. I try it again and again recording.
With this album, what song would you say that you felt that was kind of difficult to get that vocal tone for, and why was that?
Um, uh, Actually, the sugar drill was the key tone in this album, suitable to my vocal tone. It was hard to sing like really delight and lightly and feels catchy. I wanted to make more, hmm, I wanted to make it more smooth, fresh, and pure feeling.
Do you feel that you did that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Now
Because, yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah.
I want to talk about the chemistry between you and your producer when you guys are getting together and creating this album. How did
Mhm.
he help you step out of your comfort zone and try something new? And how do you feel that you kind of helped each other out during this process?
Well, the producer for my new album, AGAPE, is my boyfriend, Chillin' Boy G. So during the process of making music, he tried to suit my style the most, which made the full process fluent. And he did all the steps with full passion and also helped out with the mixes, which truly made everything easier. I'm really glad to be with him in this album.
That's awesome. It's a cool collaboration, and I'm sure it helps that it's someone that you're comfortable with. So I feel like that made it easier to try new things on this record.
Mhm. I was working with him for like 5 years right now, so I'm really comfortable with working with him.
So from the beginning, that the first time you worked with him to now, how do you feel that the two of you have evolved in the studio together?
We stayed all day together and just making get inspired in any kind of music and just our in our relationship we wanted to share our story and the lyrics, so it feels kind of naturally came out.
That sounds like a really cool experience to have.
Yes.
Um, you talked to me a little bit about the challenges that you faced with the songs, but I'm curious which song on this album was the most fun and exciting to either write or record vocals to, and why?
mm, I guess the last track that is not released challenged me the most because and the title is O. I got frustrated with getting out new melodies, and there was a short amount of time left to finish up the project. So it was something new that I tried, which I did a lot of experiments making this track, which was really hard for me. But due to hard working, the track finished up satisfying for me personally. So I hope others would like it too.
Oh, I'm sure everybody will enjoy this record. Um, I'm curious what this record is going to sound like or how it's going to translate when you perform it live. Have you tried that out yet?
No, I have to try, but just gonna do as I always did. Just feeling the song, concentrating on the lyrics, and giving the good vibes. I'll try.
And I guess lastly, to close us off, when it came to figuring out the title track or the title for this album, what was it about Agape that really caught your attention? And was it maybe a lyric that you originally had in a song, or was it just an idea that you've been kind of thinking about consistently?
Um, it's all about the message was just related into love, and I wanted to tell unconditional love, like God of gods kind of thing. So I decided to, the title is Agape.
Well, I think you nailed it. So
Thank
congratulations with this record. I'm excited to hear more music from you, and I'm happy that I got introduced to your music. This is you have a very beautiful world in this cinematic kind of sound that you have created. So I look forward to hearing more from that. And thank you so much for hanging out with me.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.